This company went viral a few years ago. It got a huge valuation, and now obviously comes the hard part, right? Tell us about this company.
That's right. This is Dropbox. What we're talking about is startup adolescence. This is the phase where they did everything right. They went viral. They got more than 50 million users. They got a giant valuation. They raised $250 million last fall at a $4 billion valuation. That makes it approximately equivalent to like cable vision systems, and giant corporations out there. Now they have to prove that they're really worth that.
And for those who don't know, it's an online storage company, right?
That's right. So what Dropbox does, for those who aren't among the 50 million who signed up for it, they keep your files and pictures and videos synced between all your different devices. So they say that they are what we call the cloud solution for the modern day consumer who has a tablet over here and a laptop over here and a PC at home.
So Geoffrey, you can look at a cable subscriber and say, okay, this is the revenue stream they generate. These are the ancillary services. I can sell them. This is the revenue I can get from selling them pay-per-view movies, etc. How do you value a customer of this enterprise?
An excellent question. You look at the numbers and you see the potential growth, but it causes a lot of debate. They grew very fast, and there are a lot of folks out there who think that this sort of service is going to be needed by almost every user on the internet at some point, and that's a lot of people. So the promise is that they're going to keep going up to be able to charge users a premium fee to access the services. Most Dropbox users today use it for free. Some people pay about $10 to get a little bit more space each month. But the real issue here is that they've got a ton of competition. So here they are, this startup with 100 people, with a lot of folks behind them, but now they've got Amazon going after this space. They have Apple with iCloud. There's even Google coming down the line with a product we hear is launching soon that's going to offer something very similar. Microsoft also trying to do it. So part of the question is, how can they stand up against that much competition?
Again, it reminds me a little bit of Groupon and how they were kind of out front with the coupons and the daily deals, and then so many people got into the business that now people are wondering whether they can sustain it. I mean, I know they're trying to sign up customers as much as possible. The CEO is saying he's not that worried about living up to the valuation. Do we take him at his word on that, or of course, they've got some challenges ahead, and outline those for us?
Well, I think we should take him at his word, at least to the point that he makes a really good argument that in the end, a lot of these companies don't die because they're eaten by their competitors. They die from self-inflicted wounds. Silicon Valley is littered with startups that had great promise and just weren't able to kind of get to the next level, weren't able to hire the right people to continue to grow, to sort of take advantage of the opportunity in front of them. And when we talk to investors, both people who decided to put money into Dropbox and those who didn't, they say that's the biggest challenge they have to face. And along those lines, Dropbox just moved into a huge new office, 87,000 square feet here in San Francisco. It's so big and so empty that they have to get around right now in these little skateboards to get from one side of the office to the other. And they made their first acquisition as well to bring in folks who had experience dealing with this kind of scaling up from Facebook. So that's really where they're focused, and that a lot of folks say that's where they should be focused right now.
Well, and Jeff, they've also got to focus on, what's the next step? What is the next step for Dropbox?
Well, strategically, they say the thing that makes them different from all those other big guys we named before, from Microsoft and Apple and Google, is that they want to be everywhere. Apple really wants to serve Apple customers and to link all your Apple devices together. Same thing with Amazon. They want to link Amazon customers to their Kindle Fire. What Dropbox wants to do, and says they're going to try to do, is deal with the sort of engineering challenge of making software that can sync up your files everywhere you go. So they want there to be a Dropbox button on your TV. They want there to be one on your telephone. They want one even inside other apps you use every day, your photo sharing app, you name it. And so their strategy is really to become, as they call it out here, a platform. And to do that, they're going to need a lot of partners. They did last fall really sort of re-enhance and bring out their platform, allowing other apps to plug into it. So now the challenge is they got to sign up those partners. They got to get people to start building Dropbox inside of what they do. So that's what we got to watch for, whether they're really going to be able to start showing up inside TVs, for example, to share your vacation photos.